I want to tell you a story about a road that appears only to certain people, and only when something wants you to find it. Back in 2019, a man named Aaron Fuller was driving home after a late-night shift. He lived in a small town, surrounded by dense forest, where the main highway was usually empty at night. Aaron had driven that route hundreds of times, but that night, something felt different. The fog was thick. So thick that his headlights barely touched it. His GPS kept losing signal, reconnecting, then losing it again. Aaron slowed down, gripping the wheel tighter as the fog grew even heavier. And then he saw it. A narrow side road completely dark, covered in trees. A road he had never seen before in all the years he'd used that highway. There were no signs, no reflectors, and no name, just a rusted metal gate, half open, like someone forgot to close it. Aaron should have kept driving, but he was exhausted, frustrated, and convinced this must be some shortcut. His GPS had frozen, but the small arrow on the map pointed directly toward that road, as if the device wanted him to go there. So, turn in. The moment he entered the road, the fog swallowed his car. Completely. He could barely see the trees on either side. Branches scraped against the roof, as if the forest was closing in behind him. He drove slowly, waiting for the road to reconnect with the highway. But after 10 minutes, he realized the road wasn't curving, wasn't climbing, wasn't descending. It was just straight, perfectly straight. Unnaturally straight. The only sound was the crunch of dead leaves under his tires. And then he saw the woman, standing in the middle of the road. Not moving, not reacting to the headlights, just standing there, barefoot, wearing a pale nightgown that reached the ground. Aaron slammed the brakes. His heart hammered in his chest as he stared at her. She wasn't looking at him. She was looking slightly away, as if staring into the trees. He rolled down his window just an inch. "Are you okay?" Cut it out. She didn't move. He tried again. "Miss, do you need help?" Slowly. Painfully, slowly. The woman turned her head toward him. Her face was pale, her eyes wide, too wide, like she had been staring at something horrifying for hours. Her lips moved, but no sound came out. Aaron panicked, rolled his window up, and grabbed his phone. Still no signal. Nothing. He looked back up, and the woman was suddenly inches from his window. He jumped back in his seat, screaming. She didn't blink, didn't breathe. Her lips trembled as if trying to speak. And then she did, in a voice that sounded like it had been scraped raw. "Don't follow the lights." Aaron didn't understand. "What lights?" he stammered. She slowly lifted a shaking hand and pointed behind his car. He didn't want to turn around. Every instinct screamed at him not to. But he did. In the fog, far behind his car, two soft, white lights appeared. Floating, silent, getting closer. They weren't headlights. They were too high, too far apart. Too bright. Aaron turned back, ready to ask her what was going on, but she was gone. Completely gone. The road was empty. His chest tightened as the white lights behind him grew brighter. Slow, steady, almost curious. He hit the gas. The car jerked forward, tires spinning on the wet ground. He didn't look back again. But something followed. He could hear it. Heavy, slow thuds hitting the earth behind him. Not footsteps, more like something large pulling itself along the ground. The white lights grew bigger in his mirror, but they weren't lights. They were eyes, huge, pale, glowing eyes moving through the fog, keeping pace with his car. Aaron pushed the accelerator to the floor. Branches whipped across his windshield. The trees bent inward, as if the entire forest was closing around him. He felt something scrape the back of his car. Long, hard, metallic. A whisper filled his ears. Not in the car, inside his head. "Stay!" he screamed, jerking the wheel violently. And suddenly, He was back on the highway. One blink, one heartbeat, no fog, no forest, no glowing eyes, just the familiar, empty road and the green highway sign he passed every night. He pulled over immediately, shaking, gasping for air. His hands were trembling so badly he could barely hold his phone. He finally had a signal. He typed a message to his brother. "Are you awake? Something happened. I need to talk to you." Before he could hit send, a notification popped up, a motion alert from his car. It's a rear camera. The screenshot showed the forest road he had just escaped, but something was standing at the edge of the trees, a tall, crooked figure with two glowing white eyes. He deleted the picture. He never showed anyone. He never reported it. But 3 weeks later, another driver went missing near that same stretch of highway. Search teams found tire tracks turning into the forest, but the road they led to didn't exist, not on any map. Not in satellite images, not even in the forest itself. Just tire tracks, ending at a wall of trees. Some people say the road appears only when it wants someone. Some say once it chooses you, it doesn't stop calling. And a few swear they've seen two pale lights in the fog behind them while driving home at night. Watching, waiting, guiding them somewhere they'll never come back from.